friends. I hope that you're having a wonderful week. I hope that your spring cleaning went well if you followed along with those videos. I'll put the playlist in the cards if you didn't see those. You came along with me as I spring cleaned my own house and I shared that. But today we are going to make a cultural learning experience of matzo ball soup. So Passover is today when you're watching this. I do believe Passover starts. Yes, Passover starts the day you're watching this. I've actually never celebrated Passover. I wasn't raised Jewish, although my heritage is Ashkenazi Jewish. So I'm really excited to make this meal and just sort of learn more about Passover and what that meant culturally for families. I recently read this book, Christ in the Passover, and it was just so interesting to see how intricate every part of the Passover meal and the Seder is, and how Christ is represented in every part of that, and how it foretells exactly what Christ did for us. So I've actually started to look at Passover as more of like communion and constantly remembering what Jesus did for us, and something that's gotten me really excited to make matzo ball soup. I've heard about matzo ball soup and I've just always thought that it sounded really good. It's basically like a chicken noodle soup, but instead of noodles, they're matzah dumplings, which matzah is has no leaven in it, so it won't rise. So today we are using a matzah recipe that does have a link, so the link will be in the description box for the full recipe. But let's just, get started. I'm really excited to jump in. I'm getting hungry, so this is the perfect time to start making dinner. So the first thing I'm gonna do is chop up some vegetables. We're gonna use 3 carrots and 3 stalks of celery. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the rest of my celery because I like celery and Andrew doesn't, and he will eat it if it's in soup. So I'm going to cut up the rest of the celery, and 1 yellow onion. I use a sweet onion just because I like it better. And then we'll move over to the stove. So I'm just gonna dice those up real quick. It's a strong onion. In a large stock pot over medium-high heat, I'm going to put a tablespoon of canola oil. Before I start simmering the vegetables and the garlic, I'm going to get out my chicken breast and wash it. I have 1 chicken breast for the soup. 1 tablespoon canola oil. Hold on to this because we'll need the oil later. I'm going to take 2 cloves minced garlic. This is half a teaspoon, so I'm gonna do 4 half teaspoons or 2 teaspoons of my pre-minced garlic. If you watch my other cooking videos, you know I love my pre-minced garlic. My niece got me on it. I'm gonna go ahead and put my minced veggies into the oil over medium heat with the garlic, and I'm just gonna kind of wait to hear it start to sizzle, and then I'll start stirring it. I'm gonna stir it kind of frequently, and I'm gonna saute them for 5 minutes. I'll see you in 5 minutes. It has been 5 minutes. So now I'm going to add in my chicken breast, and I'm going to add my chicken broth. Now you're gonna do 6 cups of chicken broth, but I'm using better than bouillon. Now we're gonna stir that up. I need to add 2 cups more water to the broth. I'm going to shake dill weed and some pepper into the soup. And we're gonna bring it to a boil. So once the soup is boiling, I'm just gonna give it 1 final stir and put the pot, cover the pot, turn it down to low heat, and set a timer for 30 minutes. So while that is doing its thing, we are going to make the matzo balls. So in here I have 3 tablespoons canola oil and 3 eggs. And I'm going to whisk them together. I'm gonna do it with a fork and not a whisk just because I think it's easier for me. Now, I'm going to add my matzo meal. I need 3/4 cup matzo meal. Whoa, it's so interesting looking. I need 1 teaspoon salt, but since I just used my teaspoon and my 1/2 teaspoon, I'm going to use my 1/4 teaspoon 4 times to get a teaspoon salt because I don't like washing these things in the middle of cooking. So don't let that fool you, that was just 1 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, and then it just says pepper, so I'm just gonna kind of do a little bit of pepper and then mix until well combined. It looks like this right now, and I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of water. Now I'm going to stir it until it's smooth again. All right, this is what it looks like now. Now I'm going to cover it and refrigerate it for 30 minutes, which will be about the time it's to take the chicken out and shred it. All right, into the refrigerator for 30 minutes. It has been 30 minutes for the soup, so I'm going to take the chicken out. It's just a singular chicken breast, and I'm gonna put it on this cutting board and shred it with some forks. The timer just went off for the matzo, which is in the refrigerator still, so I'm going to put this in the soup and then get out the matzo. It says once matzo mixture has stiffened, form into ping pong sized balls. I'm gonna bring out my trusty ladle to put the ping pong sized matzo balls into the soup so I don't burn myself. Ping pong sized balls. So as you form the matzo balls, you're gonna place them into the pot one at a time, covering the lid after each time. And then after you place the last one in the pot, we'll set a timer for 20 minutes. Don't lift the lid, let them simmer for 20 minutes. I'll see you in 20 minutes, I guess. Our soup's ready. Woo! Super exciting. I'm going to take it off the stove, bring it over here, and then we'll do the dishing out. Taste testing. Let's open her up. It smells really good. I'm going to add some salt, and this is kosher salt that I'm using, by the way. I'm gonna add a couple pinches of salt. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to look like when you serve it. Here is matzo ball soup. We're gonna taste test it. Those are great. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is definitely going to be made every Passover in our home. They kind of taste like, almost like souffle texture. Like very eggy for sure, but very flavorful. I'm very, very pleased. I've said very so many times the word. Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching all the way to the end if you did. Please let me know in the comments if you make matzo ball soup, if you have your own family recipe for matzo ball soup. I would love any recipe that you leave, really. I would love to try it. Anything that you'd like me to try, please let me know in the comments below. I love learning about culture through their food, so I'm very excited to do these videos when I do them. I'm planning to do more of them. I love doing cooking videos, so I hope that you enjoy watching them. It would make my heart super happy if you subscribe to my channel so that we can be friends, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.